This episode of Clone Wars is focused on Ashoka Tano and Master Luminara Anduli escorting Nat Gunray to Coruscant for his crimes. He's one of the leaders of the separatist movement. I think it's Nat Gunray. I'm not so sure about his name. And this episode is interesting to show the relations between a Padawan and the Jedi Master, because Anakin and I'm not sure if Obi-Wan is a Jedi Master. I think he is, but so in this hierarchy of the Jedi Order, we have standard Jedi Knights who are not Padawans anymore, and we have Jedi Masters who are in the Council of the Jedi, so they are the most powerful Jedi. And Master Luminara Anduli is the Jedi Master, and Ahsoka Tano is a Padawan of Anakin Skywalker. And in this episode, we see something which will be important from the perspective of Jedi Order, that most of the Jedi Masters were very confident in their conduct of behavior and in the in the codex and rules of Jedi Order. So we see that although Ahsoka Tano is much younger, much quicker, much more hot-tempered than Luminara Anduli, still Ahsoka is better in expecting that nothing will be as you should expect to be. She's much more grounded in reality, and I think Jedi Order was so old and corroded in a way. So old thinking was this order way of behavior that they were caught in this trap by unexpected Sith incursion. For example, they couldn't foresee or see that Emperor Palpatine is a Sith Lord. And here we have a confrontation between Asajj Ventress and our heroes. And Asajj Ventress is a Padawan of Count Dooku, and her task is to rescue the separatist leader. And this time she succeeded. She corrupted or the one of the Senate guardians were traitor, and with him she managed to rescue Nat Gunray. But the best part of this is, of course, the relationship between Ahsoka Tano and Master Luminara Anduli, and also because Asajj Ventress and Ahsoka Tano are both Sith and Jedi Padawan. Ahsoka Tano is a Padawan of Anakin Skywalker, and Asajj Ventress is a Padawan of Count Dooku. And when they fight together against each other, they also hate each other as well, because Asajj Ventress called Ahsoka Anakin obnoxious pet, and Ahsoka called Asajj bald harpy witch. So they don't, and they are of course both female. So here we have a really short but interesting way to see that both characters, even though they are on the other side of the force, they represent different values. Their fight or their missions are very interesting to see for us as viewers. So we see that Asajj Ventress is probably stronger in Jedi force using and martial arts than Ahsoka, because she was managed to even defeat in some way Luminara. Luminara was so sure that one skilled assassin, she didn't even call to Asage Sith apprentice or even a force using apprentice, and she lost this fight, and Ahsoka had to rescue her from Asajj Ventress attacks. And here we see that Asajj Ventress as a character, because later she will be banished or punished for her unfinished or unsuccessful missions, because Emperor Palpatine will order Count Dooku to execute her, and we see here that Asajj Ventress is really strong, charismatic character. So for example, she could be very cruel. So we can see at the end of this episode that she succeeded with rescuing Nat Gunray, and she's with this treacherous Senate commando, and she killed him in rather cruel way, even cruel for our standards. And let us remember that Clone Wars is a TV show, I think, for even for 12 years old children, kids. So it's in a way a show even for kids, and here we see that it can be very brutal and very serious. And Asajj Ventress is, from one point of view, cruel character, but she is not as cruel as many Sith characters. Her way is, I would say, she is more on the gray side of the use of the Force. So, for example, in fifth season, Ahsoka will be banished from Jedi Order, and we can say that she's some kind of gray Jedi. So we would say that Asajj Ventress is not a gray character from the perspective of Jedi Order, but from the perspective of Sith Order, she's a gray character. She's not dark character, and she's also interesting in many ways that she's this character who can create third option in this universe for people who use Force or Force abilities, or she could even create this organization or this kind of order with maybe even with Ahsoka, because it's unexpected because they hate each other too much, but at the end both of them were banished from their respective orders. So Asajj for us is maybe not as charismatic, of course, as Ahsoka. She didn't participate in many episodes, but she's still very grounded, very well created, charismatic character. And for me, except Ahsoka and Anakin, she's in the league of second best characters. For example, like Count Dooku, Asajj Ventress, and for example Barriss Offee. So she's in the second row, but she's still very very good second row character. And other episodes will show her development, unexpected development at times, to be very very narrative, interesting. Unexpected and interesting. Let me know in the comments what do you think about these specific episodes with Ahsoka and Asajj as her nemesis.